I'm not scared of you. I'm not trying to. You don't scare me. You serve the public. You are responsible for arresting someone for freedom of speech. Well done, you. I hope you sleep well at night. Good night, guys. Mr. Toms. Man, it just never ends, does it? Ladies and gentlemen, I don't think anybody needs me to say this, but the UK, it's not in a good place right now, on all fronts, especially though when it comes to things like freedom of speech. We don't have it. Nah, if you're talking about the wrong thing, protesting about the wrong thing, as you're going to see, you are a perfect target for this police force that we have that still seem to be captured by this woke leftist ideology, and it's completely backwards. And I tell you now, today's story, it's insane. I cannot stress it enough. Now, I'm not going to waste any more time with this intro. I want to get straight into it. But before we do, as always, ladies and gentlemen, if you could, make sure to leave a like rating as it really, really helps out the video. If you're new, hit that subscribe button, turn on bell notifications so you never miss a video. Comment on this video, share this video. And let's get into this woke insanity. This headline. You are not going to believe it. Displaying a trans-critical sign gets a man arrested in the UK. Yes. You heard that correctly, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the UK. We are an absolute laughingstock. We really are. Activist Montgomery Toms was arrested on Saturday by 11 police officers in Westminster, London, because he attended an LGBTQ+ demonstration wearing a large board that had the transgender pride flag, the equal sign, and the words mental illness. Ain't that the truth? Which, by the way, gets you arrested in the UK. Within about 30 minutes of his counter demonstration, a police officer was filmed telling Toms that the sign is going to antagonize, is going to cause friction within this crowd, and is going to cause a problem. But Tom retorts, so because of them, I have to shut my mouth up. Rather than remove the sign, Toms walked away, and then the authorities arrested him. In a video of him being handcuffed, an officer is overheard saying that this gentleman has committed an offense by displaying a sign or writing that is likely to cause harassment, alarm, or distress. However, somewhat hilariously, Tom says in the course of the arrest, actually, I identify as a woman. Can I have a woman search me? Tom said on social media as well that he was held in solitary confinement for about 9 hours and released on pre-charge bail conditions that prohibit him from re-entering Westminster. In other words, a condition that partially prevents him from further activism. He has been banned from entering Westminster because of this sign. When is this country gonna get a grip? Seriously. Since it was a pre-charge bail though, he has not been charged, although the police were filmed saying he was being arrested for a public order offense. Man, sometimes I just don't even know what to say. But apart from not being allowed to re-enter Westminster, we have a man here who was held in solitary confinement for about, what, 9 hours and released on pre-charge bail conditions, all because he wore a sign that was offensive. You actually can't make it up, can you? So I think it just shows everybody that first and foremost, the UK is extremely soft. Right? You can offend people just with some words. And secondly, the police will target people depending on where they align politically. Because if this was the other way around, is somebody getting arrested? No, absolutely not. We've seen it so many times. When it's people on the left doing something, what do the police do? But when it's the other way around, they get so aggressive. They go out of their way to arrest people. But I'm not going to get into that too much right now because I know a lot of you will want to see the video footage that Tom's uploaded onto social media. He goes on to say the following on X. This was moments before I was arrested by 11 police officers for stating trans flag equals mental illness. After this interaction, I decided to withdraw myself from the scene and walk away from the London Pride Parade. Within minutes, this officer had reported me to his superior, who then authorized 9 further officers to arrest me under a so-called public order offense. This was an unlawful arrest, a complete abuse of power, and I will not go down lightly. I was held in custody for roughly 10 hours, then released on a pre-charge bail with conditions stating that I am now banned from entering the city of Westminster for at least 3 months. This is an outrageous attack on freedom of speech. I will do everything in my power to fight this. You know how insane it is to read that? To see how far England has fallen? It's actually embarrassing, but let's all sit back and take a look at this insane piece of video footage.
The sign you're wearing wearing there is going to antagonise.
Do you want to go and have a chat over there?
Right? Yeah, we're going to have a chat over there.
Have a chat over there.
The sign that you're wearing is going to cause friction within this crowd.
Freedom of speech.
All right? Look, we all have freedom of speech, okay? But that is going to cause a problem right here. In order to stop that, I would like you to remove it.
We have a two-tier system in this country, and you're representing it. I have the freedom to do this. I'm not being antagonistic. This is called facts. This is my freedom of expression, and I should be able to have that conversation.
Right. Look, I'm not getting into anyone's views on it. Like, you're quite entitled to your opinion, as is anyone else. Right? For the purposes of avoiding any kind of disorder happening.
So because of them, I have to shut my mouth up. These people are supposed to be lovely, loving people, aren't they?
Yeah, I appreciate that.
It's subjective policing. That's not law. You're not living by the law. You have an opinion, and you're very entitled to that, and I don't have to respond to it.
Right, so is there anything I can reasonably say or do?
No.
I mean, what's your purpose?
My purpose is to engage in conversations, provoke debates, get people thinking, and have a community and a society where people like me are entitled to have a different opinion without being marginalised by other groups. Why am I not allowed to have this opinion?
Would you be willing to remove it?
You're not going to win me over, but I appreciate it. Thank you.
Boy, oh boy. It's hard to watch. It really is. Do you know what is, and I don't really want to keep on using the word embarrassing, but there is no other word for it. We could actually use that word throughout this video, but do you know what is embarrassing to see? The police so fixated, so concerned with this guy wearing that sign. And again, this is now where I make the point of the biased policing within the UK. We have seen it so many times. For example, with the pro-Palestine movement, what do? They cause chaos everywhere they go. We've seen people get on all the monuments, trash them, put graffiti on all of them. And what do the police do? Nothing. They tell them to gently get off the monuments. Oh, please, can you get off these monuments? Please, that we know you don't respect. We know that you don't really like the British culture, but please, can you get off these monuments? They are so gentle with people depending on where they align politically. It's so obvious to see. But now I want to share with you the second piece of footage that Toms uploaded onto X, and this one is actually footage of him getting arrested. Take a watch.
Currently, I'm being arrested for expressing freedom of speech. This gentleman has committed an offence by displaying sign or writing that is likely to cause harassment, alarm or distress. I'm wearing a sign which says the trans flag, which is included in the Pride demonstration at great lengths, equals mental illness, which is greatly the case. That is why young people have been mutilated. That is why young people have been, that's why the Tavistock Clinic was closed down for mutilating young people. I'm now going to be searched. Apparently I'm provoking, apparently what I'm doing is harmful. I've done nothing wrong. I've exercised my right to demonstrate. I've exercised my right to protest. I've exercised my inalienable rights, God-given. The UK used to be free. Did you remember those times? But in lockdown, we didn't see that, did we? We saw the police behave horrifically. We saw what the police are doing now, cuffing me for what? Freedom of expression, freedom of speech, inciting nothing. I had calm, rational debates with people. I was not disrespectful. I love people. I'm a Christian. Of course, police don't like Christians these days. I am currently under arrest for wearing a sign which subjectively you deem as being too controversial to provoke what?
About controversial.
And what
is that the fact that it is likely to cause harassment, alarm or distress?
So you admit that these people are what?
I'm not
Dangerous?
saying anything about these people. I don't think that's a necessary part of the offence that you've committed.
No, actually, I identify as a woman. Can I have a woman search me? Welcome to George Orwell, 1984, 2025.
Thank you.
Badge numbers and so forth, but yeah, apparently nonsense. So I've got a police officer giving his opinion now. That's rare. I thought they were supposed to be impartial. I'm not scared of you. I'm not scared of you. I'm not trying to. You don't scare me. You serve the public. You are responsible for arresting someone for freedom of speech. Well done, you. I hope you sleep well at night. Good guys.
Mr. Toms.
Again, we're going to use the word embarrassing because that's what it is. Let's just get something straight here, and I'm surprised I haven't actually touched on it because when I first read it, I was shaking my head so much, I'm surprised it didn't fall off my body. But 11 police officers got involved with this situation. 11. 11 officers for one man wearing this sign. Yet when it's another situation, by the way, you can't find them or they take forever to turn up. But they wear it, but somebody wears a sign that could offend the LGBTQ plus community, and what happens? They are on it straight away like a fly on. And everything he said in that video, by the way, is correct. He didn't miss. We do not have freedom of speech in the UK. How can we when people are getting arrested for wearing a sign that he wore, or in another example that we've seen many times, people getting arrested for posting things on social media? That isn't a nation that has adopted the concept of freedom of speech. It's actually quite the opposite. And you know what really gets me is this trans flag that is held on such a high pedestal to some people doesn't represent anything positive. I don't know if the police force know that, I don't know if politicians, whoever knows that, but it doesn't represent anything good. All it really represents, if we're honest, is chaos, mutilation, mental illness, and the destruction of reality. And London, it seems like, celebrates this because this is what they do on Regent Street to celebrate Pride. Yes, that is really London. This is what we have now become. But I'm going to end the video there. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to hear your thoughts down below about this whole situation. What are your thoughts on Toms getting arrested for wearing a sign that had the trans flag equals mental illness? I'd like to know. I know Americans are probably watching this thinking, what? Somebody actually got arrested for that? Yeah, I know. If you have enjoyed, once again, make sure to leave a like rating. If you're new, hit that subscribe button, turn on bell notifications so you never miss a video. Share this video, follow my socials down below in the description. But until next time, it has been your host, JD. Have a great day, stay safe, and I'm out. Peace.